Come one, come all, it's a brand new show. I'm Mad Hatter, that's Johnny No. Nostalgia, my guy, my partner in crime. He'll fuck up your mom like the land before time. Here to talk trash and drop kick the haters. Slice up their cheese in my old cheese grater. Because we're the boys, because we love toys. We got more dough than the pizza at Roy's. Johnny loves science and Dragon Ball lore. Pick up his art at the Kofi store. Pick up a flip or two while you're at it. I love turtles and samurai rabbits, so let's get going. Super chats flowing. Get this fucking show on the air like Boeing. Sit back, smoke 'em, drink 'em, let's go. Johnny and the Hatter, time for the show.
It's too good not to let everybody see it immediately. Good God.
Oh, my Lord.
It's something special.
Oh, Lordy. Lordy, Lordy, Lord. Why do I keep saying Lordy?
Look who's almost 40. That's what you're...
Ah!
June 5th.
That's
Write it
young-
down, folks. June 5th is my birthday.
June 5th, everybody.
It's
Such
my
a young,
birthday.
sweet boy.
I'm going to
Such
be
a-
old,
such a-
and everything's going to start breaking. Like hips.
But I thought your hips don't lie.
They don't lie, but they are going to break.
John, what if we did a parody song about hips don't lie? We go like we figure out a way.
Yeah. Super 7 hips are loose. Like, yeah.
There you go. You see, you found an angle, dude.
Yeah. And the hips aren't tight. That's it.
That was a good
Aren't tight.
Shakira.
Oh, good morning, Wild Wes. Without the T, Wes, get it? See, he's got that. How much is that thing?
That thing costs
$2,000?
$2,250 before shipping, which will probably cost another $2,000.
Yeah, he's got the NFT version.
Yeah.
RC Lee Howell and all about the villains. C.
Well,
Bridges, Darth
up,
Batman, Art Casts. Good to see you. Focus, Gonzo,
hello.
Lord Hoagie.
Lord Hoagie.
We got Boo Cat in the chat.
Hello.
Joey
Cat.
Chalom. Is that right?
Joey. Hello.
Shalom.
You gotta do like you're spitting.
Shalom. Ben Bot. I'm not allowed to do that because I'm not Jewish. I probably make that joke. Chris Kenny. I once was Mikey. And now what? Now who are you? Ryan Woody. What if this was the voice actor for Mikey and we just never knew that?
I know. Like, stupid. You don't know anything about Ninja Turtles.
Just Allen, Miguel, Tyler, controversial toys given you've.
Hello, Justin, with the morning. I mean, controversial toys. Sorry, I don't want to blow up a spot.
If we were toy makers or dio makers, then I would have to call our audience the Flockers.
Oh, I like that.
But that's not the case. So we got to come up with something.
Hey, I have a question. If June 5th is your birthday, okay, then
it's more of an observation.
Well, no, I was going to say, should the next stream, because I wasn't prepared, should the next stream be like a birthday, like, like maybe I can bake a cake or something and do something special, or, for in the event, because we got to do something, right? Can't just let you become 40 and not do anything. But I wasn't ready. Johnny. Hey, we've got a Toy Stalker with the good morning, and can I control the thing? I don't think I can.
Duh.
Oh. And TMNT Donnie, TMNT Leo from Focus, and I once was Mikey. It's right here. Mickey in the house with the Morning Boys. JC right here. Controversial Toys with today's my wife's birthday. Her name is Brittany. Happy birthday to Brittany, your wife.
Happy birthday.
And Jazz Alien Geek. and much more.
Whoa.
How do those guys do that? How do those guys like have so much energy?
Jay, you mean?
No, but like in the morning, like
More shock jocks?
Yeah, like shock.
Cocaine.
Is it cocaine?
It's got to be.
Okay. Like we're allowed, also because it's like a free show, we're allowed to just come in and just be grumpy as fuck. But like those guys can't do that. They have to, like, you know, they gotta be like, hey, whoa. But like, yeah, maybe it is cocaine.
That and yeah, they get paid to be there. We are also more relatable.
That's true. That's true. You know, like we're not, I don't know, like radio people, who the fuck knows what's going on with them, you know? Oh my God.
Is this person that is this like a friend of yours? You think, or is it just one of those people that think they're being funny, like how you and I are funny?
No, but let's put him. How do we put him in timeout for this question?
It's funny. It's funny.
Okay. Yeah, let's oh, there you go. Put user in timeout.
Tell me something.
You got a super chat there.
Yeah, I know. You sound like you were going to talk. What's up, Nerd Amazing? Good to see you.
I was trying to figure out my layout has changed a little bit. I was trying to figure out how to put people in timeout.
Yeah. You're in timeout, mister. Go to the corner.
Oh, Ralph did it. Thank you, Ralph, my friend.
We've got TMNT 1987 in the chat. Great toy photographer. Go check him out on Instagram. Same handle. Convenient. He does a lot of Ninja Turtle stuff. You'd think he wouldn't with that name. Good morning, homies. It's another fantastic Friday. That's the way he said it, not me.
That was great. That was a good delivery right there.
Thank you so much for the $10. And of course, you've learned from those in the past to make sure it's a rounded up. Not $9.99.
How come you don't like the 99?
I don't know. It's just the extra penny is, it's just funny to me.
Yeah.
Why does it show up for some people? Is it just like a preloaded thing? It's just like, how much would you like to donate? And it's like preloaded and you just selected that versus a manual one, right?
Guys, isn't it fucking obvious that Johnny's never super chatted anybody because he doesn't even know? Okay. Meanwhile, I've been so generous.
I actually tried to do it one time when you had this is a while ago now, but you had Ace on. And I was trying, and it kept frustrating me. I was trying to do it on my phone, and whatever the thing that was stopping me. So then I was like, all right, I want to get up, and I walk all the way out to the other room to get on my desktop, and I'm like trying to get, and I was just like, fuck it. I was just so pissed.
I guarantee it was like one little thing that you needed to do.
Probably. You don't have a credit card attached to your account yet.
Yeah. It's like, oh, I got to put in my expiration date. Fuck this. And that's
here we go. There we go.
True maniac. A maniac. We got good morning, guys. Any idea what time the Tumblr is? The Tumblr dropping today? What, McFarlane Tumblr?
I guess so. We got controversial.
We are talking about Batman
spending all his lady's birthday money on me and you. That's
but he wants to hear some rap from you.
Oh, it'll happen. I'm sure it will. Don't worry. But we got to build up for it. We can't just, hand it to you at the beginning of the show. That would be crazy.
I got one. Come all. It's did you see that screenshot of it said it was $100 super chat. It said Mad Hatter is the sex. That's a real super chat. Somebody super chatted. So I just put it up on the song.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Good morning, guys. Any oh wait, we did this one. It was, I think somebody had a question. Let me see. Shock Jocks also go to bed at like 7 o'clock. Yeah, that's true. Also, I've been moving. Reed is here. Isn't it every Friday da holothon? I think it is. I think every Friday is da holothon.
Oh man, do I just hate websites that have ads that you can't get rid of?
Yeah, I know.
I'm in a private browser, so I'm getting all the just the most random ads too. They're
Yeah.
unrelated.
Oh, I don't want to miss. I'm your boy. Gifted 5 Mad Hatter Review. 5 lucky people are Mad Hatter Review members, thanks to I'm your boy. And Johnny, come on, can you give him the replication face for the avatar? Can you do it? Yeah, you almost got no, the other way, angle. Ah, you got it. Thanks, Johnny.
God bless. We are a
God
couple
bless.
of dang idiots.
Yes, we are.
Oh,
We're so lovable.
this is the same. Is this the different person? Yeah, I do support gay pride because I'm not a piece of shit. See, this is what's really nice about this is that freaking turd. It's in his name, and then he's just letting everybody know, "Hey guys, hi, I'm a piece of shit," or some call me friggin' turd. You friggin' turd.
Yeah, what happened with all these guys?
I don't know. They're on your channel though. That's the best.
All right, I'll
Turtle Comic Studios too.
yeah. Let me get it. I got him. I don't know, like what's
There's
the
clearly some idiots that have just shown up.
I'm a POS, I need Jesus. But if I'm POS,
He's probably talking about me.
what am I gonna do with
This is a person that is mad because I support gay people. I'm an ally. And
I think you need Jesus.
They hate gay people, but I need Jesus because I'm accepting and loving of everyone.
No, you're not accepting and loving of me.
Huh.
You've been very hard on me.
And who has the dumb opinion?
You've been very let's talk about Batman. Let's go through and McFarlane Toys. Sorry. FY, just so everybody knows, I am a little bit distracted today because let's talk about my life a little bit. I have been living 2 lives, Johnny. Okay. I've been living this life here in Glendale, and then I've been living my life I'm moving to Temecula. Okay. And I know people want to talk about figures, but hold on. I do. I'm here to share my life too. All right, Nickel. I got to talk about my life. Temecula is where I'm moving, and then so my wife went there last night or yesterday to paint, and then she got tired, so she's like, "I'm just gonna sleep there." Okay, and I have the baby, and I'm looking at a baby monitor, and I'm just fucking distract this baby monitor. But here's what she told, dude. Okay, hold on a second. Tell me if this is not fucking weird. Okay, she calls me up last night. She's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna sleep here." I'm like, "Okay." I was like, "Hey, how's it going?" I'm like, "Okay." I'm like, "How's the painting going?" She's like, "Okay." She's like, "Yeah, a few hours ago I was painting and I saw a guy just walk through the backyard. That was weird." And I was like, "Hold on a second. Like a person just walked through the backyard?" And she's like, "Yeah, I just walked through. Like he opened the gate, walked." And she had such little reaction to it. I was like, "That's not a small thing. Like a person cannot walk through your backyard." So now I'm going crazy, and it's supposed to be a safe neighborhood, but I'm just trying to think like, what the fuck, like could that be? I'm just hoping it was somebody that just had to get a ball or something. But I was like, is that not weird? She was not weirded out by it.
Yeah.
So I don't know what to do now.
Get a dog.
Get just a big dog or something.
Yeah.
That just made me I feel like this is like the beginning of a horror movie now, where I'm moving to a new house and there's like some creepy thing that's happening there. That's what I feel like.
Yeah,
So
I would say probably some Nest cams or something would be a good start.
yeah, no, I'm getting like an ADT thing there, but like it's kind of I don't know. That's weird. That's fucking weird. Who just walks? You can get shot doing that.
Yeah.
My
Oh, for
only,
sure. I mean, at least in your current area, I would guess, based on the way you're describing the two locations, right?
yeah, that's just straight. But she wasn't like weirded out about it. She was just like, yeah, I just saw. I was like, no, that's a invasion of privacy.
Yeah, right. Yeah, trespassing, some might say.
Yeah. Anywho,
Wow. Jesus.
Ugh.
Ugh.
All right.
Well, I just can't get over the fact that you have two houses. You're so Hollywood.
Wait, I have two houses? Well,
Yeah.
I currently, yes, I rent this. I have an apartment. Technically, I have an apartment in a house. That's how Hollywood I am right
Yeah,
now.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. One to take your mistress to.
Yeah.
Uh,
I wish I could afford a mistress.
That's right.
I wish I had mistress money.
Yeah, you do. You just spend it on toys, though. So that's how you know. That's how your wife knows she can trust you. You spent all your mistress money. Eric shows up with the $5. Says, I saw your Super 7 video a while back. Did Flipper find his arch nemesis in that video? Good luck with the move. I was in the Navy for 11 years. Moving sucks. Yeah. Jesus. Thank you, Eric, for the $5 and asking Mad Hatter the question.
All right, so you super chatted Johnny, but what are the rules if like if you get a super chat but it's about me? Am I obligated to answer any questions? Do I have to, or
Yeah.
can I just completely hands off on that?
Well, because if they didn't pay, you still need to answer.
That's true. But this one's right for me, for my buddy Mickle Stapler, Hatter and Johnny. Much love to the both of you with the $2 super chat. Thank you.
That's $1 a piece.
That is $1 a piece, and I will be giving Johnny that $1. Okay, John, just remind me at the end of the stream. Say, hey, dude, that technically was $1 from both. So yeah,
I appreciate it. Oh, so look at this. Look at this.
Right, let's talk about some Batman.
Wow. Okay. Now, one thing that stands out to me, does it stand out to you? There's a few things.
There's a few things that stand out to me. Actually, there was one thing that stood out to me at first, and then I was talking to my buddy Lee Howell, aka the Bushman, and something else stood out that I was like, I couldn't process what was bothering me, and then I did. But do you want to go first?
Yeah, this. But that's expected, but I hate it. I hate the McFarlane. I like ball joints on imports because they make they're small and the hand kind of usually wraps around it. McFarlane is like, here's the ball joint, and then here's
yeah. That is but that's that's all the McFarlane stuff.
That's right. He scoffs like he draws, I guess.
Yeah. Is this the only image we currently have?
I think so.
Okay, so the first thing that bothered me about this, I will say, okay, so I'm a big fan of Batman Forever, big fan of the Joel Schumacher. I acknowledge that they're silly. I acknowledge that they're goofy, but they are very nostalgic to me. So nostalgic, I gotta unbox them all. And so, when the Batman and Robin set came out with Mr. Freeze, the acid chill, I had to get that. And this one is no different, but I take umbrage. Oh, what the fuck is this spam right here? God, how do we? Oh, that's you, Johnny. Sorry.
Yeah.
You gotta. I take. I wonder because Toy Stalker is a mod for me, but I don't think he can get rid of your shit. I take umbrage with the fact that. Wait. Well, now you went off the image. If you go back to that forward image. So that Robin, it's like he's got like the metallic suit. Okay, he's got like that's not, but it's in the circus colors.
Right.
So like, so if you guys remember, or if you never saw the movie, spoiler, when they show, it's like they show the origin of Robin, and he's in the circus, and he's wearing like kind of like his circus suit. It's not like a superhero suit, it's a circus suit with those colors. But that almost like needs to be its own figure, because what they did here is they just took like the metallic, like looking Robin suit,
Yeah.
with the belt in this, and they just were like, doop, 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 just paint this in like Robin colors, which is weird, like, to me. Like, that was the first thing that like stuck out at me. I was like, the fuck is that? I do not love that. And I'm gonna need all these to do the build a figure.
Yeah, I'm wondering because let's see if we can get this added in here. No. So stupid.
What are you trying to add in?
Oh, I'm so lost. So many screens. So this one from Hot Toys.
Oh, the Hot Toys.
I mean, if anybody's going to be accurate, it's probably Hot Toys, right?
This is a Hot Toy?
Yeah.
But this also, like,
I think that's what I pulled down anyway. It's Hot Toys Batman Forever sonar suit. So I don't know. I mean, it's pretty bright. So maybe it is right. It just is. It's missing that like metallic finish, or it appears to, at least in that photo. The only Chris O'Donnell we've gotten so far. Okay, so here's. I'm gonna do this.
that does not does not look like the quality of like a Hot Toy. It says Toy Farce down there. Is it a farce?
They do a lot of fake news, but maybe it is. Who knows? Anyway, let's do this. This is the son of a bee.
Biscuits.
That's the coloring we're expecting, right? It's like real dark.
Yeah.
Is that what you were thinking of?
Yeah, I'm thinking. Yeah, it should be darker, muted colors, not like the bright. They use the bright circus colors from the circus scene, like, because I don't know, they want to maybe release like another Robin later or something like that. But I don't know. I don't.
Hard to say.
You gotta use movie stills.
Yeah, hard to say with McFarlane, because there's always something that's off, right? Like all the Keaton Batman figures, that 4-pack, or how many were in that freaking Batman
that
collection?
giant pack. It was 8 Batman figures.
Yeah, so there were like some differences between some of them. It's like, oh, if you wanted to be screen accurate, technically this should be a gray suit with black accents versus the black suit with gray accents that they made, or whatever. There are all these like weird. It's like they're 90% of the way there, and they just selected something to change for whatever reason.
Yeah. Although the thing is with McFarlane is he will inevitably reuse the sculpt, release whatever. So the other thing that bothered me, and I didn't even realize it, is when Lee was talking about the Batman, that's like the sonar suit sculpt. Like, that's not like the suit that he wears through most of the movie. That's the sculpt that that he has at the end of the movie. So
right. So is this a way to say like, well, you should have gotten that 8-pack? Is that the correct one?
Well, no, because that 8-pack is, so the 8-pack, as I understand it, so is the sonar suit that's the identical sonar suit with the sonar suit coloring at the end of the movie where he confronts the Riddler. Okay. but that's a whole different suit and a whole different sculpt. Basically, what they did is instead of making like the Batman outfit that he has throughout the movie, they just took the sonar suit and they painted it black, and there you go. So, oh, sorry, it was a 6-pack. It was not an 8-pack.
That's
yeah.
how many abs you have.
Yeah, hello. So that's I don't know. I feel like with McFarlane, it's always like half measures. It's always like some kind of, you can't just like, it's like just get us the thing, you know what I mean? And I promise it's not like some rights thing.
No, because
it's just, you know,
because it's like you got the hardest part, which is the actor's likeness.
Yeah,
which is wild. That's like the biggest thing out of this whole wave is the fact that they got everybody's likeness, including Jim Carrey. I guess I'd be more expecting a Jim Carrey likeness than his likeness. I just am kind of surprised that, I don't know. He just doesn't seem like he'd give that up.
I think these figures, I think the villains are going to be definitely the star of this. I think they're going to look better in hand, by the way.
Yeah. What is the Build-A-Figure though? Because this is a Build-A-Figure wave. But before we get into that, I got to answer Eric. He gave you $5.
I like Eric's super chat.
He gave you $5 and said, "Hey Johnny, you think Hatter will answer the arch nemesis question? Also, will you be at the Raleigh Comic-Con? I am in the wrong stream again."
Mierda.
The Galaxy Con in Raleigh, yes, sir. I will certainly be there, but I don't think Hatter will answer that. It's just, if you know him like I know him.
No, I will. Wait, what's the? Now I'm obligated. What was the arch nemesis question? Can you remind me?
Oh my God! See, this is how much you didn't pay attention.
This one. A while back, did Flipboard find his arch nemesis in that video? I saw a video a while back ago. Did Flipboard find his arch nemesis in that video? Go over the move. Which video was the Super 7 video? I don't remember. Johnny, can you help me out? Can you throw me a lifeline? I don't know who's the arch nemesis.
No.
Flipboard's arch nemesis.
You're on your own. I'm looking up Batman.
I guess the answer is no. He did not find his arch nemesis, Eric. Flipboard. Well, Flipboard's arch nemesis. One of his nemesis is Flaker. Okay, which by the way, pre-order store still open for until another month and a half. But we are introducing an actual nemesis in the mini comic, which I'm desperately trying to put together while I'm moving, and it's very fucking stressful. So, but thank you for the super chatter.
I'm trying to find still images from the movie, and I'm getting so many other action figures. So just keep okay.
So the Build-A-Figure is right in the back there, John. Take a look at the picture. That's the big bat.
God, it better not be.
Yeah. That's no, it is. It's the Nightmare Bat. That is. So remember when Bruce has the nightmare of when he fell in the cave and the giant bat was fucking coming at him? That's the Build-A-Figure.
Here's I'm gonna add some images here, so that we have some good reference pieces to the movie, and then we can kind of talk about the things that we hope are going to happen. So we do know that McFarlane's making the Batmobile, right, for this movie. That has been confirmed.
Yes, that has been confirmed, I believe.
God bless, that's crazy. All right, let's see. If you get an actor's likeness to a movie like Batman, what are some things that need to happen?
If you get an actor's likeness?
Yeah, for this movie, what's something that really only makes the most sense to do?
Is this like a Riddler type question that you're giving me?
Riddle me this. No, I mean Bruce Wayne. That's what I'm going after. Because I'm also trying to look at images at the same time. This is not good.
Oh, okay. Do your thing while you look at images, okay? Instead of like just being all over the fucking place, which you are. Let me read this awesome super chat right. Wait, let me make sure it's for me. Super chat. Yes. From Y2 Jericho, 2 J's. Okay. Well, you got 1 J. You got me. Okay. That Johnny's not a J. I mean, his name starts with a J. I would absolutely love to see McFarlane make figures of the Christopher Reeve Superman movies. Do you believe he will make some in the future? I do want that as well. There's a lot of hot toys, right, of the Christopher Reeve, but I don't think has there ever been like a figure in recent times, like with recent kind of like articulation and shit, like a figure from the Christopher Reeves. Like, I don't think so. Somebody's got to make them, right?
NECA made one, I think.
They made a Christopher Reeve action figure?
Pretty sure. And then who is it? Is it Mezco?
Okay, Mezco. Okay.
I think.
I don't remember.
Somebody has. I've seen it.
Speaking of Batman, I'm saving up to buy the Mezco the Joker steampunk looking one for my detective stop motion story. I'm using Mezco Constantine as the detective. Ooh, I do like that steampunk Joker, the one with the one that looks almost like I don't know if you saw that, John. Is the he looks like Jack the Ripper. It's like cool. Yeah, if it's the one I'm thinking of. Sorry, you got some images for us. You also got a super chat, by the way.
There's your big fat bat. That's what you meant, right?
Yes, the big fat bat, the nightmare bat that shows up. That everybody calls Man Bat. You know what I mean? Like, I guess there's some kind of story. I think this was made for a possible like Man Bat thing or some. I can't imagine they just made this whole creature in the movie for this nightmare, but maybe they did. They had fucking Boku bucks back then, so
that's true.
I don't know. But it's funny. Like Man Bat looks so cool in the animated series, but he doesn't translate that well, like in real life. Just seeing like a life-size bat is a little odd, but I do desperately want this, and I will get it. Well, what happened?
This is the worst stream we've ever done so far. Moscato Bot, if you look at the numbers on my face, you won't find 13 any place. It's a clock. A clock. He means a clock.
It means a clock.
Oh boy.
You know what Build-A-Figure I would love? Well, here, go read your super.
Yeah, I'm about to show the photo here in a second. Okay. I hate cloth capes. The material stands out too much. What am I? I'm the Starman with a $5 chat. Thank you so much, Starman. So this is the Build-A-Figure I want.
Yes, that's what I was gonna say. I was like, what about a Chase Meridian Build-A-Figure? Nicole Kidman in her prime. Okay, which although I think she's still in her prime. What is it? Could I dare say that what I would probably use this figure for? To do like little AMC setups, like I want to recreate when she goes to the movie theater at AMC and she's just talking about all the AMC goodness.
Oh, so I that makes me want a Maria Menounos.
Oh yeah, Maria Menounos. Does she still do those?
Cinemark and gas stations.
Okay.
She's at the little screens on gas stations.
Wow, she gets.
Yeah, there's a thing where she interviews somebody like an influencer or whatever, and she's asking them questions about movies or whatever, and then she laughs, and it is the wildest laugh that was very off-putting.
Oh, really?
It is one of those laughs where you're like, whoa, they must always cut the laugh from everything she does.
Oh, she got a bad laugh. Have you ever dated? I once dated a girl with a horrible laugh. Like, not that my laugh, I fucking sound like a fucking clown, but like her laugh was really, really off-putting. Luckily, she's just kind of she kind of sucked anyway. So, it was an easy breakup, but like, horrible, horrible laugh. Anyway, I'm not going to talk. Why am I talking about ex-girl? Who cares?
I don't
Okay.
know.
Chase Meridian Build-A-Figure. Why does a Build-A-Figure always have to be a big, giant thing guy? You know what I mean? Why not Chase Meridian? I'm positive that they have the rights for that they have the rights for her. No?
I think they could get him, certainly. And what about Sugar and Spice?
Oh yeah, Sugar and Spice. That's right.
That's Drew Barrymore and
Drew Barrymore, and who's the other one?
I don't know. Drew Barrymore and the other one.
No, she's like a popular actress too. I just don't know.
Oh, probably. I haven't seen it in forever. I Am the Starman came back again. $5. Wants to ask you a question.
Oh, is this going to be the thing now? All right. Well, you got to read it though.
Hey, Hatter, why not all cloth clothing to match cloth capes? Because it'll be too close to feeling like dolls. Right, Hatter? Right?
I'm Starman. He just wants to twist the knife.
Yeah. It's funny. It is funny because there's sometimes I'm doing reviews and I'm putting cloth things on and I'm just like, Jesus, we're playing with dolls. Thomas goes nostalgic with the $2. Thank you so much. I got Batman Forever McDonald's mug. Let's go. Yeah, I had the Riddler.
Ooh.
And I don't know what happened to it because I cherished that thing. But I guess there was a year I didn't give a shit because it's gone.
Is Batman Forever your favorite of the old school, or forget about old school, just maybe just everything?
No, not even a chance. But I love Jim Carrey, so it was like,
I know you're a big Jim Carrey fan, huh?
yeah, I had a cardboard cutout from the movie theater for Cable Guy, even though I didn't really care for the movie at the time.
Cable Guy, you have a little bit of
movie.
Cable Guy energy. Like you're a little bit crazy. You can be mean sometimes. You know what I mean?
Word is.
Am I the Ben Stiller to your Cable Guy? Is would that be fair?
We'll find out.
Oh God! Oh God!
Yeah.
Would you buy? Okay, let's just talk about this movie for a second, okay? Because this movie is beloved. Would you buy an Edward Nygma figure like before he became the Riddler, when he's all just kind of like disheveled scientist? Would you
Yeah.
Would you get that?
Probably.
Okay. All right.
It's another
I don't
Jim Carrey action figure.
I don't want to reveal or talk about anything because you just pulled some images. You want to go through your images and maybe guide this? Okay, since you fucking said this is the worst show we've done, which fucking can we ramp up a little bit? You can't say that 30 minutes in. You got to say that 2 hours. Now you just put a hex on the whole fucking thing.
Okay. Well, then I withdraw my statement and I will save it for later. So here's a shot of Batman, obviously with the Riddler. Here's the suit. It's hard to get suit images. There's a lot of promo images where he's using Michael Keaton's suit. Because it was before the movie was shot, which is normal. They do that stuff.
Yeah.
Even for the Dark Knight, they used some of the old suits before they shot the Batman Begins, which I thought was really interesting.
Yeah. But okay, but you see. Okay, so go to the poster you just went to just now.
And then that was another thing, is like we're really missing her. But there's the Robin suit colors.
Okay, so that's the Robin suit. But look at Batman. Look at the side of the ears right there. That's the bat suit that he should be wearing. Now go to the figure. You see how it has the ridges there?
Oh.
That's like the Sonar suit.
Yeah.
So, he's he didn't.
Yeah, it's very different. This is more traditional. So this is like still pulling some of those. Oh, this was signed. Look at that. This is still pulling some of that traditional costume from the previous movies.
Exactly. So, it's like, why couldn't they just have, so they repainted the Sonar suit, which now that fucking Lee, who just insulted my memory just a fucking few minutes ago, don't think I didn't see that, you fucking asshole. He just reminded me that so now it's gonna bug me when I see this in person, because I'm just gonna go like, it's not the thing. There's the colors. That should be.
That's the sonar suit, though.
Yeah, that's the sonar suit, correct? And the Robin, that should be those colors. It should be. I don't know why he put them in the Brighty McBright colors that he did.
Look at that. They
Oh,
really
hey, there you
enhanced
go.
that spot, didn't they?
Robin, he's robbing the. I don't know, what is it doing? Holy rusted metal, Batman. Would you build? Would
What?
you? Would you?
What did you just say?
It's the metal. It's got holes. What if the Build-A-Figure was the vent, the holy rusted metal vent? Would you like? Would you?
I'm gonna build that diorama.
Oh, you will buy the build a diorama?
Oh yeah, you have to. Now
Do
the
you think
colors seem like they're a little bit more metallic there, so I wonder what the reality will be from a promo shot versus a figure shot. But yeah, I don't know.
I mean, look, I'm still gonna get these because look, there's Schumacher Batman figures. What am I? What's? Come on, I'm not made of fucking. I don't have a will of steel.
So, what was your thought on this design, by the way, when you originally saw it?
I mean, it's when I originally saw it, I was like, it's silly. It's obviously like it's like why is this made this way? Like like I don't understand. I'll always love the '89 Batman the Batmobile, but now unfortunately, because of the way nostalgia works, not you, but nostalgia, the thing, the element of life.
Yeah, I'm listening. You keep saying my name.
Right. Well, because of the way nostalgia works, I don't have a joke. It's now I want this. You know what I mean? Like I want it. It's ugly, but what I do like about it is it has like I just like the like the rims. I like there are things that I like about this, but you know now it just kind of holds a place. And so yeah, I'm gonna get this Batmobile. Like, what am I? I got the Tumbler. I love Batmobiles. I'm very sick with Batmobile. Batmobiles are just fucking cool.
That's
They're hot.
okay.
They're sexy.
You're allowed to like them.
No, I gotta fucking justify it.
So I hated the design as a kid, and there's a scene where he's like driving down the street, the flames are coming out of the back or whatever, and this back fin or wing or whatever you want to call it is so big that it's like it's flapping.
Oh, it's flapping
in the production of the production version. It's just too tall that it's and I hate it. That reminds me whenever which X-Men is it? X-Men 2? X2 when Wolverine is with Rogue and they go to Iceman's Bobby Drake's house. Bobby Drake? They go to his parents' house and Wolverine hears something and he pulls his claws out and he's like pointing at a cat and the cat licks the claws. The same thing happens there. The claws like when it gets licked.
They're too okay. Yeah.
They're too flimsy. And I'm like, oh God. That stuff just stands out. It's just like it's such a moment, and then it's just like it takes me out of it because it's saying,
yeah, it's so funny because like this, like I'm wondering like what is the material they use to make these Batmobiles for the movies? I don't know, but I'm sure it's not anything that holds up, you know, in a way that would. That is what I do like about the Nolan movies is, you know, that movie aesthetically and also story wise was designed to be real world stuff. Like, you know, like so in the real world, you probably would have the Batmobile that looks like that, you know, versus like something that it was fucking, you know, 30 feet long and you know had fins and shit like that.
Yeah.
So,
Well, let's talk about Batman and Robin and how ridiculous that movie got.
yeah, well, we are talking about
Batman and Robin, the movie.
What?
Not Batman Forever.
Oh, Batman and Robin. Sorry. Yeah, that's
the Batmobile. Then we get the bike, and then they're like,
oh yeah,
driving across giant statues in the city and ramping off the arms and stuff. It's just like, oh God.
Okay, so am I mixing Batman movies? So Gotham City looked the way it did in Batman 1 and 2, right? which Gotham City was England or London, or like that's where that was filmed. Was the third movie where they started incorporating the giant statues, or because I know in the fourth one, it's like Gotham City became like buildings with statues that were gigantic. Was that also in the third movie, or was that something? Because I only remember them in the fourth one.
Right. Yeah. I only remember them in the fourth. If anything, the third one was probably just kind of hinting at some of that, like more of that architecture that is famous from the cartoon, that more gothic look. And if we saw buildings and statues, they would have just kind of been like, I don't, nothing stands out to me as being oversized and ridiculous visually with buildings and things in the third one. This was like, it was definitely,
Yeah,
the movie
exactly.
definitely carries like a transition. Like, hey, this is becoming something else. And then by the fourth one, it's just completely ludicrous.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
You got a super chat.
I got super chat. John. Oh, I am the star man. Thank you for the super chat, though. Johnny, what about Robin Williams Riddler as the BAF?
Yeah, because he was originally one of the go-tos, right? That's kind of who they wanted originally.
Yes, he was supposed to be the Riddler.
Because that would be, it would be really fun to have these what if versions of Batman figures. And it's like, if you get the likeness to some of these people, then just make those versions, because you could also have Cillian Murphy as
Batman.
Batman, because he tried out for when Christian Bale got it.
Yes.
But I would love that. That'd be great.
Yeah, a Riddler Robin Williams would be cool. I would buy that stuff. Billy D. Williams.
Two-Face, right? Yeah. Or
as Two-Face.
Before Two-Face, though.
Before, yeah, well, as
Harvey
Harvey
Dent.
Dent.
Yeah.
Are Robin Williams and Billy D. Williams related?
What? Yeah.
Robin Williams and Billy D. Williams?
They're second cousins. How do you not know this?
Batman Returns filmed in the USA. Actually, yes, but on a soundstage. Batman Returns, I don't know if anybody knows, okay, is filmed entirely on a soundstage. The whole thing was filmed on. This is when they had insane Batman money at that point. They're like, just build it. Just build the whole fucking thing. They just built Gotham City on a soundstage. Isn't that wild?
That's awesome.
And then the Nolan ones, I think, were in Chicago.
Yeah,
if I'm not
for
mistaken.
sure.
What is is there a city out there that is like closest to like Gotham City? Or is it like just New York? Like, is there any city out there internationally or something that like would be the closest to like a Gotham? And I'm not talking about crime rate. I'm talking about like architecture or like the layout or the feel of the city. Like, I'm wondering.
That's a good question. I don't know.
Would you live? Would you be happy living in a place like Gotham, or would you be depressed living there? I feel like I would be happy. I feel like I would like
just
it.
The visual thing, or like everything that comes with Gotham?
No, I'm not talking about like crime. I'm not talking you walk outside and people just fucking mug you and then you turn into a villain, you know? Like I'm talking about like the aesthetic, like gloomy and like, you know, that kind of like city aesthetic. You know, there's no real suburbs, there's not a lot of green unless you're Bruce Wayne and you live away from the city. Would you be happy living in a place like that?
No.
No,
You really made
like,
it sound awful. There's no green.
Some people would like that. I don't know. There's some people that might like.
Yeah, people that live in the city, New
Yeah.
York. So where I'm at is like just close enough to the city that I can, be downtown, do whatever. But it's still like I like seeing trees. I like seeing nature around. I think too much man-made construction would just kind of take a toll.
You're not a man of the city. You don't belong to the city.
I love the city, but it's not I can't be there 24/7.
Got it.
Even though I basically just live indoors.
Dude,
I don't go anywhere.
maybe I'm crazy, okay, but like if I could, let's say somebody was like, "Hey, we're giving you millions of dollars, live in the ideal place." I don't think I would live in a home. I would live in a high rise in some kind of like city. I don't but at the top. I'm talking about like I
Yeah.
gotta look down at this. I have like this fantasy that like maybe because like I loved Blade Runner so much when I was a kid. Like I want to live in Blade Runner. Like I want to live
Oh,
in
me
like
too.
some in the top of some kind of city and just overlooking like a view. That would just make me real fucking happy.
It's funny because I everything I just said, but I would love. It's like one of those things. If you could time travel, which direction would you go? The future or the past? If you say the future, the danger there is the fact that the future might not exist, depending on how far you go, right? Because we don't know. The past, we know all this stuff. But I'm thinking the past, there's some fun stuff, unless you go way back to dinosaur days. I don't want to go back too far because we're not good at healthcare, you know?
Right.
Like,
Healthcare is a
yeah.
major.
The Westerners used to think that you could just bleed the person out to heal them if they're sick or whatever,
Right,
just drain them of blood. But I would love to go to the future, something like Blade Runner style, even though there's no green in that, obviously. That's just like it's all land, but that's just like that neon future cyberpunk looking stuff. I think it just seems so cool.
I love that. I love like cyberpunk neon. It's rainy. Like what's so interesting about Blade Runner, even like as a movie, is the narrative wasn't as strong as the visual. The visuals are what stuck with everybody. Like that's what made everybody like, I want to live there. The narrative is okay. Blade Runner is a controversial movie story-wise, but like the way everything looked was so fucking cool. I also have that thought. It's like every time I go to the dentist, I'm like, oh my God, if I did this even 50 years ago, they would be tying, like people would be holding me down and like I would be in super pain and I'd probably get an infection just from this process of trying to pull like a tooth out. So
Yeah.
I would for sure. I mean, I'm also Jewish, so I probably don't want to go to the past too far. When you're a Jew, you're kind of like, yeah, I think, and it's not that it's that great now either, but like I would probably go, I would go to the future, but I hate the whole you don't know because maybe it's a Mad Max, dude. In 10 years, it could be Mad Max. We don't know. Something crazy could happen, and it's fucking Mad Max / Fallout / all that other shit. We don't fucking know.
Yeah. No. And we know the character that you are in the Mad Max universe. We've already covered that last week.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
If anybody needs a refresher. That was
I'm
right off the top of the live.
Yeah, I don't like your impression of me that you did when you were making my Mad Max character in the future.
Well, the impression was just because you're become Australian.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Yeah. Everybody's Australian in the in Mad Max future.
Like, I want the water, sir.
Yeah. Immortan Joe.
Immortan Joe, please give me some water.
Vex and Toys says he wants to go to the future of Idiocracy. Have you seen that movie, I assume?
I love Idiocracy.
So good.
What's that guy's name? Supreme. What's that fucking guy's name? Damn it, the guy who he fights in the pit. I gotta watch that movie again.
I don't remember. Now, okay, what's the name of the guy that they fight in Thunderdome?
Master Blaster?
Yeah. It's
Master Blaster. Every time I walk with my baby, I feel like Master Blaster because I'm a big fucking Ophi dude, and she's like controlling me and like smacking me on the head. She's like, dude, do more things, elderly.
Who runs Bartertown? Who runs Bartertown? No, say loud.
Dude, it's so like
it's awful, that movie.
No, like that. It's so funny that movie You can
exists.
make amazing figures from Mad Max, and George Miller just refuses. He's like, I don't want to make, dude. Uh, you wouldn't buy like a Tina Turner anti-entity like figure? You know what I mean? Or that cow car, the car with the cowhide, like fucking like.
Oh
Come
god,
on,
I
George.
hate that movie.
I
I
love
just
all the Mad
watched
Max.
it last week because of watching Furiosa, and I was like, it's been a while since I've watched Thunderdome. I'm gonna watch it, and it's just awful, and it's hard to believe that George Miller was even involved in that. And there's a Lord of the Flies movie that was gonna be made. That's where all the kids and everybody come from. But the read that story was like, well, what if Max is the person that comes and save them? So then it becomes this Mad Max movie, and I hate it.
I I will say I don't think anybody would disagree that Beyond Thunderdome is not it's not a great film, okay? But it does again, it's now like in stat like it's like you look back at it and like I feel the same way about Blade Runner where there visually there's a lot of cool shit that was happening, but I'm not going to be like Blade Runner is an amazing story. Blade Runner is a slow moving,
Very slow, yeah.
super slow moving story about a robot that has a change of heart and a detective who has like just weird depression.
It's interesting. Older movies, there are some really slow moving storylines, like 2001: A Space Odyssey. I had never seen that until this year, which is crazy. I don't know how that happened, but it's just one of those things. It's just that's how it happened. And I do not care for that movie, and it takes for freaking ever, man.
Yeah, that is true. Well, this is before. By the way, I want to acknowledge Renders Effects, the genius artist right here, showing up. What's going on, Renders? Do not, my friends, become addicted to water. It will take a hold of you and resent its absence. Yes, Space Odyssey is well. The thing is with Space Odyssey is like Kubrick was like an experimental guy. You know what I mean? So while that movie, I wouldn't put that in the same category as I would put Blade Runner and Thunderdome because those were trying to be traditional movies. Space Odyssey for Kubrick was like he was almost like trying to like give you glimpses of like from the beginning of time to the future and the sort of like how how you would feel robotically. It's almost like a test of like how you would feel if you lived throughout all these times. And it's like it fucks with your head. And it's this weird kind of like experimental art house thing, but it's almost like going to the planetarium. Like watching 2000 Space Odyssey, it's almost like being on drugs and just going to the planetarium and seeing the evolution. And then later there is a narrative stitch about the HAL that tries to take over. But I would say that Blade Runner and Thunderdome are trying to be narrative movies, but that's before like people like worked out like what narratively works with a movie, like beginning, middle, and end and all that. So like that's why you have all those slow moving movies because like now it's like a science that like okay. And by the way, I don't think it's even a good thing because this goes the other way too. But now like screenplay writing is scientific where like okay by page 30 you got or minute 30 the first act has to be engaged by minute 60 you got to have a turn but and there's a formula.
Yeah.
This is before there was like a fucking formula to writing, so
Right.
I almost appreciate that like back then people were just like fuck it, like is there a semblance of a story, is this a good director, just give them money and let them do something. So I don't know, I don't mind slow moving so much, but you are right. These things just move slow. But like, yeah, a 2001, I put in a different category because it's just like it's almost like it's like this weird like, oh my god, I lived through time, and I feel weird, and it does make you feel weird. It's a weird, but you feel something. I don't know.
Yeah, I wonder, I mean, I'm sure because it was such a big movie when it came out that I probably if it came out and I was alive back then at this age and saw that for the first time based on everything else that was out, it'd probably be like, oh my God, that was incredible. But yeah, just seeing it so late after it came out, I'm just like, oh God, I can't.
No, it is, but you have to also understand that also the way he had filmed that with those lenses and the way it was filmed, you can show 2001 now, and people might think it was filmed now. Do you know what I mean? Like it is it
Yeah,
has
there's
aged.
there is some. This is like the first movie with that, like they really push this anti-gravity kind of thing or zero G stuff. But there's groundbreaking things that were happening. I know that. But there are scenes where they're trying to walk around, and it's like, these socks will keep you stuck to the floor or whatever it was, and they're trying to walk around and still look like there's no
Right.
gravity, where it just looks so fake. But they were doing the best that they could.
Yes. Just Alan doing Alan things with the £5, euro. I'm afraid to get this wrong because last time I did, I know somebody in the chat is going to be like, "That's this currency." But thank you, sir. My God, it's full of stars. But anyway, what I was saying, thank you, just Alan. But all I was saying is like that thing is filmed so well that if you film that, if you showed that today, forget about the story. You just showed the cinematography. Some people might think like, oh, that was filmed now. Like that was somebody filmed that right now versus some other movies that you watch and you're like, oh, that was clearly filmed in the 80s.
Right.
That was clearly filmed in the 90s or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, cinematography just in general has gone to shit, man. I was watching The Shawshank Redemption the other day. Like, that's such a fucking beautiful, perfect movie. And just the way it's filmed is just like amazing. And like, I don't see stuff that's like filmed that well today. Like, I can't remember the last movie where I was like, wow, this is so visual or this pops so well.
Yeah, that's interesting. It's seems fewer that there are people taking these cinematic choices to their direction. And I'm sure there's all these different reasons. There's just like they're trying to get the most bang for their buck, the producers and stuff.
No, it's digital. Digital is because filming is easy now because you have digital, which is good because punks like me can film something. Okay, it also makes the guys that higher up real lazy because they're like, well,
that's what I mean. The higher ups are just going to be like, what's the cheapest route to make this thing so that they can make the most money off of it? And
yes.
Digital will be it. But
okay, these are good ones. Poor Things was shot beautifully, and so was Dune. Yeah. So yeah, sorry, I'll take that back. Let me.
There's always exceptions. It's just
those are exceptions. But what I'm saying is, like back then, like I feel like everything was shot nice. Like everything was like let's just put dude, if you watch Seven, if you fucking watch Brad Pitt, Morgan Freeman, like Seven, like looks like it was shot like everything holds up about Seven. So it's crazy. It's crazy. John, did we say everything we needed to say about?
Are we going to buy them?
Huh?
Are we buying them?
I'm buying them. I bought the Mr. Freeze Build-A-Figure Batman and Robin line. Are you buying them?
I don't know what accent that was, but I might get the Jim Carrey once I see it in person. It's hard to say because at the end of the day, it's McFarlane, and I'm often disappointed. Out of all of these, Two-Face looks good in this photo, but the Robin, maybe it's just the design of the suit. The Robin kind of looks the best. It really looks like Chris O'Donnell too. But yeah, nothing's really. Yeah, and I don't care about this.
By the way, I think does this not come with Alfred? I think somebody was mentioning that.
Yeah, and look at him; he's right there.
Master Wayne,
which is like the one continuity piece you get out of all of them. The same Alfred.
Yeah.
Which makes it weirder. I think it's like you should have replaced him. just to try to say that these, especially in Batman and Robin, God, it's just so weird how many things you get. Like certain things go away and then some things stay the same. And it's like your characters that they fall in love with just disappear after every movie, right? Like Batman 1, she's not in Batman Returns. And then, they're all just gone. And then you go to this, you got Val Kilmer. You keep Alfred. Everybody else is new. And then you go to the next one, Chris O'Donnell and Alfred are the same, but then everybody else is different.
That's right. Would you get a female? Would you get a Vicky Vale, Chase Meridian, and who was the love interest in Batman? Selena Kyle. Like, would you get? But it's got to be Selena Kyle. Would you get what if they did a 3-pack? Vicky Vale, Selena Kyle, and Chase Meridian. Would you get that 3-pack?
Yeah, and I want the early film Selena Kyle where she's kind of disheveled, her hair's all, and she's got
it's got to be before. You know what's so fucked up about that movie? So that guy, what was that Christopher Walken's name in the movie? Maxwell.
Oh yeah.
What was it? Somebody in the chat? What was Walken's name? I can't do this bit if I don't know Walken's name. He's the boss, the fucking. So he pushes her out a window because he Max Shrek. Thank you. He pushes her out a window because he thought she witnessed like him doing some wrongdoings. Okay, so in his mind she's dead. All right. And then she shows up, whatever, the next day, or 2 days later, and he just lets her work there. Like he like the logic. He's like, maybe she forgot, or I guess she's cool now. Like, but he just allows her.
Because she's sexy now.
She's sexy now, but okay. But John, if I was working for you, let's say once you become like a giant channel, let's say you hire me. And like you're like, but I'm not doing a good job, and you push me in traffic, and I get run over by a truck, and you assume I'm dead. If I show up the next day, I'm like, hey John, and I'm acting all weird. Are you just gonna let me like keep working for you, or are you going to try to kill me again?
Well, the odds are I have a lot of regrets about what I did, and I'm really in my head, and I'm scared. But then you come back, and it's like, oh, maybe everything's okay. And if I don't talk about it, maybe we both just pretend it didn't happen, even though he's really sexy now for some reason.
I know, but
he's acting like a cat, and he's really sexy, and I don't understand.
She was just too sexy for him?
I think so. He couldn't handle it.
She was just... Well, I understand okay, he was concerned about her blackmailing him, but he's already showed his capacity to kill.
Right.
So why not just kill her again? Why not just be like, all right, I'm going to cut her head off. By the way, that was a brutal fall. Do you remember that fall where like her head, like I still remember because that camera just followed her, and then she did that like head bob, like kaboom, kaboom, and that's when she fucking. It was a pretty brutal fall. But speaking of, I would buy a Max Shrek, but he would have to come with his big dopey son.
Which is Lee's talking about.
Did you know Chip Shrek, son of Max, is played by the guy who's Zangief? Yes, yeah. That guy was like a big, not big actor as in like his star power. He was just like a big. I just always found it funny that Max Shrek, tiny Christopher Walken, who looks tiny to me or skinny, just had this big fucking dopey son who the Penguin was about to kill or take with him to La La Land or wherever the fuck he lived.
So speaking of Max, Selena, how far has McFarlane gone with that movie? Not far. He's made Keaton, but he hasn't made Batman Returns versions, right? Like, so we don't have the Penguin.
Dude, we don't even have the Joker.
That's true, right?
We only have
So were all of these likenesses just way cheaper? Why wouldn't you start with the big banger movies?
I think that the Jack Nicholson license is like real expensive. Like I think like I remember reading something like the Jack Nicholson likeness is like I think he just really wants an arm and a leg or whatever. So maybe that's it. Okay. But you could make Vicky Vale. Well, first of all, McFarlane has a whole thing about women. He doesn't think women sell. So I don't know if that's true when it comes to Batman, because like I feel like a bunch of people would buy a Vicky Vale and Bob the Goon. Can you imagine Bob the Goon? Bob Gunn.
I want to say the trash around my plastic says, so you'll get a sexy synthoid female robot, but you won't buy nostalgic figures full of nostalgia. Gasp, JK, I totally understand. Well, this is why I'm called Johnny New Toys. But as I say in that review, 5K Toys sent her to me. So that is not one I purchased.
That's right.
But thank you for the $5. Yes, the totally understand. 3-pack for to win. What do you mean by 3-pack? What's a 3-pack?
The 3-pack, the 3-pack of the women. Vicky Vale.
Oh yes, yeah.
Disheveled, non-disheveled Selena Kyle, and Chase Meridian.
Yeah.
Dude, I would buy.
When are those coming?
I definitely want a Bob the Goon.
Bob the Goon is like the right-hand man of the Joker, right? In the first movie?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
I
Who
like,
also was in the Mario Brothers?
He was in the Mario Brothers?
Yeah, wasn't he? He was like one of the guys. He was like one of the two goons in that movie too. Wasn't he?
Okay. I didn't know. I've seen that movie, but it's been a while since I saw that. I would buy a Jack Napier too. Before he's the Joker. He's Jack Napier. Because I actually thought he was this is a controversial take. I thought he was real cool as Jack Napier. I almost was like more intimidated as him. He played that very differently, but like I thought, like I really like him because he was just such an old school type like gangster, such like a noir kind of like gangster. So I would get that.
Yeah, it's interesting. This is the kind of stuff that it feels like if NECA was making, they would really milk the franchise and produce all of these random characters.
Yes.
But at the same time, we got Back to the Future, and we have like none of the female cast, which is wild.
I think the problem is likenesses, man. I think so. Like, I think the Ninja Turtle movies are kind of a gold mine because you can produce characters, but you don't really need likeness rights. But then as soon as you start getting into like, dude, look at the problem they're having with like Tatsu. Like, it's like, and he's not even like a gigantic actor. Like, it's just, sometimes you people don't play ball. You got to fucking deal with likeness this and likeness that. So,
and that's what's happening with Vanilla Ice.
Oh, I'm sure
they can't come to agreements. I think the problem with Tatsu is they can't find the guy or whatever, right?
No, they can find him.
Oh,
because you know why? Because I can find him. Because I do you know my story about me studying with when I first got to LA? He had a class in Little Tokyo, Shin Kendo class where it's sword fighting. He teaches or teaches you how to use a sword. Me and my buddy in college, we took his class. We took it for a week. Okay, you've never heard the story?
No.
When I first got to LA, we that he was doing a class and it's him. It's Tatsu. It basically that's how he was making money. Him and his daughter had a Shin Kendo class, which is a sword class, and we took it for I think a month or something. We scrubbed the floors pretty much, and we did just like stances and stuff like that. The reason why we stopped is I was in college. We couldn't afford it. We just were like, let's take the class because it's Tatsu from Ninja Turtles. Why the fuck not? And he's a big fucking dude. His fingers are like this thick, like each. They're like he's got giant, thick fingers, and I believe he's still kind of like easy to find. He doesn't do that class anymore, but his daughter runs the class. I don't think it's a finding thing. I just think he doesn't want to do it, or he doesn't see the value, or I mean, he's very, I will say this, he is very Japanese traditional. So probably to him, the idea of like action figures being made of him, like I'm sure that conflicts somehow with his whole his whole modus operandi or whatever. So I think it's more that I don't think it's like a money thing. I just think he's like he's like a pride thing, and he doesn't want to do it. But they have contacted him. I know for a fact they have contacted him.
Damn. Well, that's a real bummer, man. There's some really, really good customizers out there making those head sculpts, though, that are just stunning.
Yeah.
But then sometimes we see just the heads being sold and no bodies, and you're like, well, the body's just as big of a challenge, if not more, for some people, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But when you see it all together and they're making him cloth goods and he's got his arms folded, and it's just like, oh, wow. Yeah, you really want
I
that.
know.
But then it doesn't
Vanilla
really
Ice
fit
is the
'cause it's
one.
soft goods, but
The Vanilla Ice is the one I'm surprised at. Not surprised, but like he's a dude who's like all about business. So there's no like we can't get to him. He probably just wants way too fucking much. He
yeah,
probably like
probably.
just like and he's a dude who doesn't need the money because he's been real smart about his money. Like I don't know if you know about him, but like he's not like all these other fucking dummies, musicians that are like, my first check, I bought a gigantic $9 million mansion. Like he's been pretty like smart about like his stuff. So he's not a dude that like needs it. He's not like, oh my god, please just give me something. So that's it.
Man. So there was one more thing I wanted to say about this Batman stuff, but I don't remember what it was going to be.
Is it about the Riddler?
Yes, it was actually. Thank you.
Right,
The popcorn thing. If it doesn't come with that, the brainwashing thing, it's just like the thing. It's tall. It's got popcorn in it, and then it's got the green things coming off the sides. If that doesn't exist with the figure, I'm going to be so pissed.
I would think that has to be an accessory.
I would think so, but it's also like McFarlane. Sometimes you don't even get fists for a guy that's punching, or it's like Marvel Legends in that sense, where the accessories are just like, what are you doing?
Would you get if there was a variant of the Riddler? Okay, let me ask you this, because you love Jim Carrey, you love the Riddler. He has a few different outfits in that movie. Okay, would you get? Is that outfit the one? Or would you get any other? Would you be like, would you forego that, not get multiples, or would you get multiples? But is there another Riddler outfit that you would like more than that one?
Yeah, I got to remember what his other outfits are, but the spandex one is probably my least favorite. Let's see.
Well, there was a white version, right?
Well, there's the Edward Nygma in his lab coat, looking like a psycho. Oh, yeah, there's where he's wearing the it's like a
glittery.
It's almost a little more old school in the outfit. It's the spandex is on underneath, but he's got a jacket on that's like zipped up, and then it's got a collar, and then he's got the like bowler cap.
Yeah, the bowler hat.
And then you get the late game one where he's like starting to feel the power before he gets all deformed.
Yes.
Where he's like all sparkly and everything.
Would you get a variant of him all deformed, like
maybe I should just share my screen.
Yeah, share your screen, buddy. Come on. I know you got it up. While you do that, I'm gonna read the super chat from the trash around my plastic, the $10 super chat. So I'm pretty sure you'll get Bob the Goon. Yeah, for sure, I would. They actually do have Tatsu under contract, but I think it's a time-sensitive thing. Why they're waiting before they release it? Is that true? First of all, thank you for the super chat, my friend. That's very exciting if they have him under contract, if they lock him down. Oh my God, can there possibly be a Tatsu? Don't get my hopes up, trash around my plastic, because I got to do this. What is he? This is the setup where he's with the foot soldiers, and he does this with his fist. And then they all come on, you ugly motherfuckers. So yeah, very excited about that. Continue, Johnny.
This one?
Yes, yeah, of
jacket.
Course. Yeah. That's my favorite one.
Yeah, I think it's the best balance. Because there's something about just being full spandex that's a little wild. And then you get this face.
There is no way that you didn't on one Halloween go as the Riddler.
I didn't. No.
Never?
No,
Wow.
never.
Okay. I don't love this like hair on the. I would just like the bowler. That would be my jam. And then yeah, you got the white spandex with the
Oh God. Yeah, I hate this one too. It's too much Ace Ventura with the hair.
Yes. God Emma.
Well, now I can go now as the Riddler.
Yeah. Too many questions. Too many questions. Would you buy a Harvey Dent figure? The thing is, he didn't spend a lot of time as Harvey Dent in that movie, but I could see that being a variant. Like, you already have the likeness rights for Tommy Lee Jones. You just take out all the goo on the other side of the face.
Well, you'd have to do the whole body because the suit. But I'm sure you got suit figures somewhere.
Yeah, dude, he probably has a million suit figures. You get a suit, just get a full head, and then Bob's your uncle. Another super chat here. Trash around my plastic, $10. So here's the thing. McFarlane is very business minded. So what he would do is actually have the Riddler come with different accessories for each version. You have the green, the silver, and the suit. That is true. McFarlane wants your money. So if anybody would do that, it would be him. Thank you for the super chat, my friend.
All right. Definitely know this girl. Who is it? Debbie
Someone said her name. Debbie Mazar.
Right,
I think she's like a TV. I think she's like a TV actress.
Yeah, she's definitely been in things.
Okay, so this guy. So let's just follow the logic of this movie. This guy was a district attorney. He got horribly scarred. Okay. Then somehow he got money. I assume he robbed a bank. And started paying for suits that were double suits. He's like, okay, I just robbed the bank for $2 million using my. Well, here's the thing. How does he go? Let's follow the logic of the district attorney in this movie. I'm a district attorney. I'm horribly scarred. But now I need goons because I can't just rob a bank on my own. So did he use his own money to start? Like because he had to pay goons. Like you can't just be like, hey, I'm a supervillain now, and then so he maybe he dipped into his 401k, he got some goons, he robbed the bank, he got $1 million, he got $1 million, which in the 90s was like having like $20 million. He goes, okay, now I have all this money, I'm gonna start buying custom suits with two sides to them, okay, and then I'm going to purchase a penthouse, and I'm going to hire a contractor to double the penthouse. Okay, and so he did that, which would take a contractor probably like 6 or 7 months, even if you're paying him a lot, like to double your house. Yeah. And not only did he do that, he also got 2 girlfriends, which probably that probably got some money. You need to be balling to get 2 girlfriends. And made them dress up. That was a lot. I want to know that story. I want to know the whole, how he started from just going to I've been scarred by acid to being a big baller who just has 2 of everything. So I would you guys like to see a movie that just showed the buildup of how that happened, and it ends once his apartment is created?
It's the kind of like what we were saying last time when we were talking about I don't remember. Oh, was it Technodrome stuff? Like all the people that just had normal jobs on the Technodrome.
Right. Yeah.
You get to see that side story stuff.
I want to see. I would love to see a 2-hour Batman movie about just Two-Face going from horribly scarred guy to just building using that, because I could throw acid on somebody on the street, but that doesn't mean that he's going to rise to power that way. So I would like to see the story of how he.
I mean, you never know. You might as well start trying.
Yeah. might as well
So
put
what are the
9.
odds in that? And you like it? No, this is a scientific study. I'm here for the data. I'm very analytical that
true.
way. So I'm just aciding lawyers in the face.
That is-
Attorneys
that-
only.
Um,
So here, look who did that. That's
I've seen this
Zulu.
before. You've never seen
No,
it.
I have. I just wanted to make sure the
Yeah.
people.
So oh yeah, that's right. People are here too. This guy right here on the right hand side is our buddy Zilu 1984, Tomas, and who does most of your favorite NECA figures, Samando figures. He sculpted the April. He has, if you go to his Instagram, he has an amazing just amazing renders and figures that he's made that are probably never going to come out, but they should. But like, this is one of them where he just kind of made them in like the sugar and spice into like into their own figures.
Somebody made their own.
Yeah.
Customizers
Oh,
are
dude.
wild.
If this came out as a 2-pack, it would be fucking good, dude. That would be that's a great swing for the fences kind of like move, but McFarlane would never fucking do it.
No, because boys don't play with dolls or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
It's so
like,
stupid.
Joey Halom with the 499. Thank you, sir. Hey, Hatter, can you take a pic of that vent, frame it, hang it in your new play? I can't imagine watching. Okay, so here's the plan with the vent. Yes, first of all, thank you for the super chat. I will be taking a picture of this vent, but I'm actually going to try to steal this part and see if I can take it without a heavy penalty, because this guy who rents this place to me is a fucking slumlord dickhead, and I know that he's going to try to nail me on every little thing to kind of keep my security deposit. He's like one of those fucking guys. First of all, he's got a great name. His name is Edward Niazzi. It's literally spelled Niazi. And if you took out the I, like the first I, it never has there been a more apropos name. hey, Edward, you're a fucking dickhead. All right, you're a fucking slumlord, and I'm so fucking happy to be rid of you. Also, these fucking neighbors that I can't stand. But yes, I am going to. I'm going to see if I can steal it, and see what the fuck happens.
It'll be great.
Yes,
but that's just the middle part of the whole thing. Does the whole cover come off?
Not this. This is a whole unit.
Oh,
this building is old, even though they want to charge tons of rent for it.
What is it?
It's a heater vent.
Oh, okay.
And it doesn't even work.
So the heat's supposed to come out of that?
Huh?
It's supposed to produce heat?
Yeah, it's supposed to produce heat, but it does not work. So we've had to buy heaters. This is what happens in LA. LA is full of these old ass buildings, but because of the glory, the honor of living in LA, like you're gonna pay full fucking price. So yeah, so this is a heater that doesn't even fucking heat, but there's a screw in there. So I'm gonna see if I can pull this off, because like I guarantee he's gonna renovate this whole place just so he can fucking charge even more money. This fucking cocksucker. You're a cocksucker, Edward. But but I'm gonna try to steal that.
So Edward Niazzi, Edward Nigma, Enigma, E-Nazi.
E-Nazi. Dude, I asked him, here's what a fucking asshole this guy is. So around the house, I have these windows, and in the front, there's these big windows. And in the big windows, there's like at the top, there's like these little panes, if that makes sense, right? And one of the little panes got cracked, I don't even know how it happened, but it just cracked. So I told her, and the pane is about this big. Just keep that in mind. This is like a little more than a foot, and like that. And so I was like, hey man, can you come fix this window pane? It's cracked, and he's like, oh, well, because of insurance reasons, everybody has to move out of the house. You have to move out and re-sign your lease. I'm like, hold on, to fix a pane that's this big by this wide, I gotta fucking move out of the house. I was like, you can't even say that with a straight face. Like, he's like, oh yes, it is an insurance thing. I was like, no, it's not. You can come and fix this thing. He just refused to do it.
There's
He
probably
was
like loads of asbestos in there, and if they touch anything, it all just comes flooding out.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Not that. No, this was his little ploy, because I know what he wants to do. He wants us to move out so he can renovate this place and charge double.
Yeah.
And then, when you come back in, he's like, hey, sorry. He's, again, it's just like this a slumlord, just fucking dickhead. But that's all. That's it. That's it about Edward Nazi.
E-Nazi.
You got a super chat, Johnny boy.
So do you. You go first.
Oh, a Maurice Diamond. Where is he? Thank you, sir. So with $4.99, so the Batmobile is rumored to come in 2 versions, one that lights up and one that really.
So I guess like a deluxe. So the cheaper version that just is, and then a deluxe one that's powered, which will probably have some color changes and stuff, just like they did with the Flash Batmobile.
Okay, well, I will say this about that Batmobile.
One was the Flash and one was 89.
Yeah. What do you mean? Yeah, well, it wasn't the whole difference just gold rims or something? Wasn't there some dumb
gloss finish and matte finish?
Yeah.
That was the biggest outlier, I think. But yes, the color, the gold and the silver.
Yeah. That thing, though, I guess what I do love about the Batman Forever, is the light up function. Like the idea of that thing lighting up is going to look hot. Like because once all that blue in there, like that's going to look real good. So
we'll have to see what needs to be altered for Ramen Toys to offer some cool corrections to it.
There's always that. There's always that, baby.
The trash around my plastic with the $20 this morning. That is crazy. Thank you for that. I hope that money came from recycling the trash around your plastic. McFarlane will make it if you ask him. You just need enough people to ask him. The only thing that will keep him from making it is Warner Brothers and licensing. Just keep in mind, anything like that is going on his site only. Thank you for the $20. Thank you for the comment. So we just need a lot of people to hound him about Sugar and Spice. Is that what we were on? Or any of these?
No, if he made any female figure, it would be one of the, I think, the love interests.
But that's not gonna. That's not a selling item. You just make a normal female character. That's like, I mean, you'd think that April O'Neil would have sold better from the Ninja Turtle movies, but she was on shelves for a long time. She doesn't hold her value.
So are you saying that McFarlane is right?
No, because he won't even make main action characters. So like trying to get a Catwoman, trying to get a correct Wonder Woman took forever. Like that was a big deal with the Wonder Woman thing. But it's just like, yeah, there's so many characters, female characters that are main action characters that people would definitely buy. Nobody's really going to get a Chase Meridian or Vicky Vale. Those would be shelf warmers.
I think.
But a Sugar and Spice, because they're kind of in costumes, they're
because they're more unique. They're more visual. They're more,
and they're sexy. I'm sure that's going to be a selling point. Yeah, which is crazy because it's money for Todd, and I don't know why he doesn't just like, well, fuck it. If I don't have to like it, but if people do, I'll make it.
I don't think you're wrong. Although I feel like a Vicky Vale would sell, but maybe not. I don't know. But what about a 2-pack of Selena Kyle and Catwoman? And then you can sell 2 figures. That would sell.
That would sell, and there would be a lot of people upset because they just wanted Catwoman or something. You know what I mean? But I think that would sell, and it would be great to have, and you can like swap the heads around or something. That'd be cool.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Heather. Hope things get better for you. Things are getting better, baby boy. I just have to, because I'm getting out of here. And so this is dude, moving sometime when you move out of like a fucking slumlord's place, it's like quitting like a shitty job. You're just basically like, fuck you. Remember in Half Baked where he's like, fuck you, you're cool, fuck you. Except take out the you're cool, because there's nobody cool here. Everybody sucks here. Everyone fucking sucks here. But yes, it's onward and upwards.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's an interesting thing about the female figures. But yeah, you're right. It's just like a Vicky Vale just in her regular Vicky Vale is akin to like if you just had Bruce Wayne in a suit, you know, like it's not like a superhero, you know what I mean? Like, so maybe you're right. Maybe you know what it would be perfect for though, the third party like a unlicensed figure, because then you don't have to pay the rights and it's probably more profit or something. I don't know.
Yeah. I like there's so many things out there from third parties that are making just incredible. Like all of the current Batman figures exist, and then they have soft good bodies. So you can just it's like generic suit guy, no
Yeah.
head, and then you can buy the head separately from the same company. So you can
Yeah.
either build any version of the Batman figures you want. But of course they're in 1/12 scale at that point. So if you're like trying to merge it with your McFarlane things, you're going to be a little upset. So it's like for people that really care about scaling and things going together, I understand when it's the same universe. If they're different licenses, I don't really care. But you kind of have to fully commit to third party stuff or imports or commit to McFarlane because you really cannot blend that stuff.
Yeah. JM, she would have to look like Michelle Pfeiffer for that. Yeah. I think he's going to do something with well, he skipped over Batman. Yeah, so he did Batman. He just did the Michael Keaton Batman. He skipped over Batman Returns completely. Right? Was there anything from Batman Returns? Because he didn't even make the Batman Returns suit, because that suit is different too in the second movie.
Yeah.
And he never made, right? I don't know. Chat, tell me if he did.
It's hard to say between what he releases as singles, what he releases with the Batmobile, and what he releases with the 6-pack. I'm sure there are differences. I know the Batman that came with the matte finish Batmobile had the shorter, more accurate ears.
Right.
And the single release, they were like really tall and pointy.
I think NECA usually releases a certain amount of figures, business stuff or something, but Judith Hogue did more figures produced, made more available. You know, the Judith Hogue April O'Neil is an interesting comp, because that could be a Vicky Vale figure pretty much. You know what I mean? Like that's it's just a woman in a, you know, in a skirt. You know what I mean?
Paint her hair blonde. Is that what you're saying?
No. What I'm saying is like the metrics on how that sold. Might be a good way to see how a Vicky Vale figure would sell. No, because it's just, I mean, that's not a woman in a costume, right? That's just like, you know.
Yeah, I don't know. There's like April is way more iconic, I think.
She is. I mean, you're right. Like it's not a 1-for-1, but I don't know.
And it's wild how many people are demanding a Paige Turco. Like I would love that too. And NECA's technology now, I think the likeness would be way more accurate. And I hope that they don't just reuse a head sculpt on the yellow jumpsuit movie April for Judith. I hope they redo the head sculpt so that it looks more accurate. Because they're just obviously their tech and sculptors are just way better than they were.
No, they're not gonna do that. You should let go of that. They will guarantee reuse that sculpt. Guarantee.
So. Trash around my plastic came back. He said, "Hey, you know that $20? I'll raise it another $20 and make it $40."
What the hell?
He's recycling all day, man. There's so much money in recycling. You didn't know that?
Recycle some this way.
Thank you so much. He says he'll make them. He just needs people to say they want them. He doesn't want to waste money on it. On plastic. I understand that. Sugar and Spice and Catwoman 2-pack is definitely something he will do. I'll ask him about it when I see him later this year. We'll do it.
Go.
Tell him there was a whole podcast about him making these things. And I want to say for anybody that is a fan of Ninja Turtles, I know this is a Batman focused thing, but you can get this guy. You can pre-order him now on Amazon. He popped up like a couple weeks ago. I was like, oh shoot. And it was $29. So it's on sale for some reason.
You told me.
It's from the Amazon. It's from NECA's Amazon store, so it is coming directly from them, which is super weird. But this video will be out this weekend.
Ooh,
But yeah, you
I
too
love
can
that.
have it early by ordering through Amazon. It doesn't make sense to me.
I got that on that sale. So you got yours in already.
Yeah, came in a couple days ago.
He's a chunky boy.
He is.
That
It's
Mikey.
beautiful, and check that out. He's the only one with the spots.
Oh, there you go, little Mikey.
Thank you for the $20 trash around my plastic. Definitely appreciate that. Now, Lois Lane.
Lois Lane is another one that's like she's iconic enough that like.
But which Lois Lane?
I have the Lois Lane animated series one. I don't know why I'm
nice.
pointing to myself. Like there's another eye. Like, but it was Superman and Lois Lane is this 2-pack in the animated series. And she's great. It's a great Lois Lane in the Bruce Timm style.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know they made her.
Yeah. You could only get it so far in the 2-pack, although I think McFarlane now has the rights to do that stuff, so maybe he'll re-release it.
Steven
It's
said
rumored
there's
there will be a returns wave after this Forever one, and then an 89 one. They seem to be going in reverse, starting with Batman and Robin.
That's true, which is a weird way to do it.
I like his avatar. Do you know what movie that is, Johnny?
Well, it's got Winona Ryder. Is that who that is?
Yes.
Or is it a guy from Panic at the Disco? I'm not sure what movie that is.
Isn't that Heathers? It's Heathers.
Probably.
You never saw Heathers?
No.
Oh, John, you're such a young boy.
I know. I'm so sorry.
Okay. All right. Is there any other stuff to discuss as per the show? Come one, come all. It's a brand new show. I'm Mad Hatter, Johnny Nostalgia. He's real cool. I think that there's was there any other shit in the toy round? All right, so to sum up, John, you're probably gonna get the Riddler. Let's fucking face it.
It's a good chance.
Okay. And here's gonna be your intro. You want to see it?
Let's see it.
It goes, hey, I'm gonna review the Riddler right now. Camera angle. Here comes, and then where's your Riddler? And then you bring it up and be like, I want to thank one of my million people that send me stuff for this. What you sound is like a zoom for this Riddler figure, and then you got Riddler here. Where's the artist here? What the hell? There's no artist. Dun, 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 dun. And then that's like the zoom. And then here, and we're gonna open it. And here's my hands, and I'm opening it up. Is that do I somehow have it? Like,
it's scary how accurate that is. Well, I'm terrified how accurate that is.
I've seen a lot of your video. I'm a fan of your video, so obviously, imitation is the greatest form of flattery, right?
Yeah. I'm not offended at all. Speaking of 5K toys, I was going to bring up the site because they're sending me a figure and I wanted to give a little heads up on it for the live chat, but their whole website is down. It says this store is unavailable.
Oh man, I guess that's not awesome. Which figure are you getting?
So I don't know the fake name because it's a third-party thing, but they are sending me a God of War figure. I can't. Oh my god, you can't look at stuff without being logged in on Instagram.
Is it the God of War? Is it the Kratos?
Yeah, it's from the new movie, and he's got all this the new game, which is basically like a movie, but he's got all the armor and everything, and he's just a big badass. But yeah, stuff on 5K when it's like that, they always have like a block that covers the face. So they don't get in trouble. So then you have to know the name, the third-party name, and then search that to see the real images of it. But that's coming. I'll probably get it next week sometime. So who knows if I'll be able to get the video out for next weekend. But I thought that was pretty cool because the last time you could get a good one was from NECA. They've made a couple God of War. So if you like some of the original stuff where you had like the chin strap and he looked like the guy from Disturbed, or if you wanted the big bearded version from the more recent things.
Yeah. Their video game figures are very underrated. Have you seen their Assassin's Creed figures? The new one? They're really nice, dude. I was debating. I'm just trying to the move is a lot of expenses, but I was very close to getting the gray one, the gray Assassin's. And I'm not even that big an Assassin's Creed guy. It's just that nice.
Yeah, they're really cool. Have you seen the new Assassin's Creed trailer game? It's like feudal Japan.
Feudal Japan.
So they're like ninjas. Now you'll probably get me to buy an Assassin's Creed game. We got Greg Goman, sorry, the guy that we can't figure out what his shop is in the background. Hatter, my Flipboard cosplay is nearly complete. I tried to DM pics, but they didn't go through, and I emailed the address on Kickstarter. So pay attention. This is why he gave me the $9.99, because you don't pay attention. You know what, Greg, just send the images to me on social media.
Greg, I've been moving, so I have been very, very slow on the DMs. You can also email me at lordofthebowl1@gmail.com. Don't ask. It's I might be talking about cereal. Lord of the Bowl and the number 1 at gmail.com. But the deal is, it's got there's no deal. But I do want to see this Flipboard cosplay. I am excited to see.
Yeah, and he wants his Toon style Mezco turtles that you promised live he would get.
Oh, that I was crossing my fingers on outside the when you couldn't see on camera. Because say, what are your thoughts on the Fury Planet line? Hatter, are you going in on the Rabbit Samurai? Yes, I am going in on it. I just have hesitated because I don't know which address to send it to, but it is shipped. I have also gotten for you Warcraft fans, I want to do a video on the quote unquote Warcraft ripoff figures how third party has been making the most amazing Warcraft figures, because Blizzard is run by dumb fucks that, I guess botched that line. So they deserve to be cannibalized by everybody overseas. But that is going to be, I'm really excited for that as well. You paid for the Zoom, John. You're going to use it.
Huh? I paid for the Zoom.
Cheesy said he paid for the Zoom. I was talking about the Zoom on your.
Oh, yes.
I love your videos.
No.
$20. Thank you for the trash around my plastic. Lois Lane is definitely getting done. Remember, he's doing the Christopher Reeve Superman and possibly Zod and the other 2 Kryptonians as well as the Adam West and Burt Ward Batman. Okay, no more income tax money. First of all, thank you. Don't spend all your income tax money, but thank you for the super chat. Is he really doing Zod and the whole crew? This is confirmed. That I've never heard about this. Dude, that would get me. That would get me excited. I didn't know that. Wow,
it's interesting because so many times it's the same thing. This is where I get irritated with the standard brands for collectors in the United States for US based companies. It's McFarlane and Hasbro. Those DC and Marvel. Those are your 2 main companies, and everything I get from them is just short-lived. Okay. Well, okay. There might be some excitement at first, but then after having it for a while, it's just these are just cheap things. And for me, it is almost always spend more to get the better thing that I like more. But obviously, this is different. U.S. company, NECA crushes it across the board. Then you have Super 7, poopy people. So you pay more, you don't get anything good out of it. But I mean, when you're talking about Marvel and DC, you got to go to imports and you can get some of the best stuff.
Yeah, man. The Mayfek stuff is so fucking quality.
Yeah.
Toilet Bowl, Lord of the Toilet Bowl. Gratz had a figure, looks amazing. Yeah, man, I'm very excited. I always get excited when I get a package that looks like drugs, because I know that that's from overseas, and overseas just has some crazy shit. How did that Demon Hunter figure's dope? I'll wait for your review. Yeah, man, I'm so excited. I think I'm gonna do it in the new place, but I'm gonna have I have my red orc, I have my 2 green orcs, my berserker orc, I have the Star Toys orcs. I have the wolf, the werewolf. I'll have the Illidan / Demon Hunter. And yeah, I'm going to do a whole video just basically like, dude, like Warcraft. Not only that, they have all the mounts. I don't know if you know how much you know about Warcraft, John, but like mounts are like a big thing. So like the wolf mount, there's a boar mount, there's a bear that's coming out that literally it's the Amani bear from Warcraft. They weren't even trying to hide it. They basically put all the armor on it. But you know what? The way I feel, it's like, if you're gonna not do anything with license because to you action figures don't mean shit, that, you know what, that to me is the great punishment. I was talking to Ace about this, and like Ace was saying, like, you know, I think he was trying to get the rights to, I don't want to blow up his spot, but he was trying to get the rights to something. And he's just like, there's all these media companies that they don't give a fuck about us as action figure collectors. They don't give a fuck about merchandise, but they also, in a weird way, want to hold on to it too.
Right.
So it's like, okay, all right, Warner Brothers, how much does a Silverhawks license cost? What? It's $100,000? Okay, but is it worth it to you? But they're like, it's like this weird, we don't care about action figures, but we also want to gouge you if you want to merchandise a thing, which is a fucked up scenario. It's like, if you don't care, if they don't mean anything to you, if action figures don't mean anything to you, they mean a lot to us. It's like, why can't you just accommodate and scale the right license? Okay. Do you really
like
have to fucking
Hasbro buying everything? And a huge one for a lot of people is Mask.
Yeah, Mask is, thank you. But again, it's probably some fucking giant threshold of rights. Same with Disney. Dude, Disney had, like, if Disney made, like, let's say, like, I keep harping about this, but like DuckTales or Disney Afternoon, okay? They could make a killing. But and there's I guarantee you that every toy company in existence right now wants a bite of that. But they're probably so like, no, the rights are this much, but it's like, why? You're not doing anything with them. You're not you're not doing anything with action figures. Like, I can understand if you were going to do something with them, but just like mitigate the rights or make them the equivalent of what action figures make. You can't charge people $300,000 for rights for figures that are not going to make $300,000 in profit. So like, everything should just scale down.
Right.
It's fucked up.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. They just really think somebody's going to spend that money, but they don't want to fucking do this. Like, they could have made $300,000 by actually producing stuff in that license now, but they
That's
just
what
don't.
I'm saying. So you deserve, like, people like Blizzard, not people, companies like Blizzard deserve to get cannibalized.
Right.
You deserve it because you held on to that shit for so long and so tightly and at such a fucking high cost. Then it's like, fuck you. I'm glad like these third-party companies. I'd rather give, like, I'm happier to give them money because they obviously they love, and trust me, when you look at the figures, like when you look at that Demon Hunter / Illidan, those people that made that put some love into that because there's all of these details, there's all of this nuance. They got his tattoos just right. They put a light up feature in him. So Blizzard's not going to do that. They're just going to be like, pay rights, you go there, you know. So fuck you, and fuck all these big corporations that are also like holding on to their shit for something they're never going to do. It's like a hoarder that's just holding on. No, it's mine. Okay, but are you doing anything with it? No, but I want the rights to not do anything with it. It's like fuck you and fuck yourself. It's like and fuck that whole culture of like, just holding on to rights.
Yeah, I agree. Stupid.
Anyhow,
real stupid.
What the fuck is happening?
Do you know anything about Ramontoy making the Mad Max vehicle? Because I remember him teasing it in some images before, maybe on a live stream or something. But then I've never seen anything else about it.
Yes, he's gonna make. Are you asking if he's gonna make it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I messaged him. I was like, I don't care about anything except for you making that or something. And he just sent like an emoji, like, like maybe.
No, he's just very ramen razor. Yeah, that's what it's called, the ramen razor.
Oh.
He's just oh my god, dude, I got the ramen racer in.
Oh, nice.
It is beautiful. Now, I almost feel like weird making a review because I'm kind of like in business with with Ace, but I hope I'm coming off sincere when I say it is a fucking masterpiece. It like just I'm hoping that other people that review it just say the same because he did a phenomenal job on it. It has all of this detail in. I that early bird price for $175 for that thing is fucking wild. And it's worth $250. It's worth whatever the price is now because it's I'm going to turn it into like maybe like a Punisher car or something like I want to do something with it because I'm not a Ghost Rider guy. Like, well, sorry. I'm not a Ghost Rider, the Robbie Reyes Ghost Rider. Like to me, Ghost Rider's always been a dude on a bike. But dude, it's fucking amazing. I just took a very quick look at it and then I have to move. But yeah, maybe a showcase. Maybe I just do a showcase. Like I don't. Again, it's like I feel like it's like a weird conflict. But you know what I mean. It's just I don't want to be like, oh my god. So, but I swear on the life of whoever. Johnny, I'm gonna swear on your life, okay? And you're my buddy, okay? Let lightning strike Johnny right now if I'm lying that the ramen racer is just a beautiful fucking piece of work. And you know what? I never got. I couldn't go in on the General Lee version, so I'm good with this. But I'm sure that that's going to be great too. But I will say he did a fantastic job on it, and I'm all in on the A-Team one that he does.
Yeah, this is I guess I'm in that wave that's going to get it real late, but I did order it really late. But I know that the people are getting it. It's not based on when you ordered because the logistics behind that stuff you cannot control.
Dude, I'm so excited about this car, man. It's like I love a good sleek car. It just looks so fucking good.
Yeah, I mean, I remember watching the Articulated Ninjas video of it, and I think his was the like earlier production model, but it was just like, man, that thing was just.
Oh man, yeah, that was it, and yeah, and he actually has good photography, so you should watch my guy, Articulated Ninja. You want to hear my Articulated Ninja impression?
Do it.
I got this car, guys. This car's fucking awesome.
That's racist.
And here. I like how he gets all whispery.
Yeah.
Here's the dude. His photography. He has to be. Like
I don't know.
Professional photographer.
Yeah, whatever he was doing, especially with the ramen racer and like those scenes and lighting and setups, and they were all so cinematic.
Yeah. Well, actually, yes. You know what I wanted to do, because I go to downtown LA, not a lot, but I go to it sometimes. Is I wanted to take the ramen racer to downtown LA, take a bunch of shots at it at night, and put it over the Drive theme. And just like and park it with the lights. I still might do that, and just like do it where the
perspective and all that.
Yeah, like where the perspective looks like it's actually in downtown LA. So that I might do something because I just thought that would just be just a fun thing.
I think you should definitely do that because when you put production behind your work, it always turns out very nice.
I don't like how you said that, because what that means is the sentiment behind the sentiment is I don't often, and as a result, I it doesn't look nice.
Yeah. Yeah, you got it. So Rickus Ricky says, "Say Johnny, can you share where you got your 112 Kaneda bike?" So this guy, if you watched my reviews,
Akira.
this beautiful little thing was one of one on Nerd Urbanity's website, because sometimes he'll sell some used things, and then he's also a store that gets new stuff and sells it. But he'll list out some older things, and this was a one of one. So yeah, if you find one, you're just gonna, it's a Bandai one, so you're just gonna have to find it. This is 2004.
Wow, that's that old?
Yeah, and it's die-cast. It was part of the Tokyo Motorcycle Show.
Tokyo Motorcycle Show.
In the year 2019, the world is recovering from World War III, and it's Neo Tokyo. So it's kind of got a combination of those things that we love.
Don't you love it when it's like an old movie and it's like LA 2013?
Well, Mad Max was something like that. It's like in the year 2000 or something.
Yeah. Demolition Man, I think, was
90. No, it came out in like 97 or something.
No, but like I think the future of Demolition Man is now, like where it's just like the 3 seashells or some shit.
God, yeah. How do you use those?
How do you? Well, I can't tell you. You got to know.
Just
don't film on your usual potato. By the way, I flexed hard on my buddy Bushman here, because he was like, he thought like you. He was like he's like, oh man, this guy has no fucking production skills. And then I showed him this thing I was shooting, and he's like, dude, how the fuck did you shoot? Like I flexed on him badly, man. And because just know, guys, everybody in the chat, just understand, I'm a production sleeper. I know you see my videos and you're like, this guy has no skills in production. That's not true. Okay.
You're basically like how a mechanic fixes everybody's cars all day. You could be the best mechanic in town, but your car is a piece of shit that always needs work done. And unfortunately, we only ever see your car. Just imagine if you approached this with the efforts of the cinematography and everything.
Because it's so time consuming and it takes a lot of it's not expensive, it's so time consuming.
It is, I know, but I think there would ultimately be payoff, wouldn't there?
Maybe there were. I'm also very lazy. No, you know what? I'm not lazy. Do you know why I'm not lazy? Just everybody in the chat. I have a day job. Okay. Then I freelance as a writer. Okay. I'm too scared to quit the day job to be a writer full time, but I freelance as a writer. So I do a lot of writing. Then I have this channel. Then I have Flipboard, which is taking a lot of time, but it's great. It's a great time to have. Okay. And then, yeah, so that's 4 things. That's besides being a father. So it's, I just don't have it. The day job eats a lot. Dude, if I didn't have a day job, that right away, you're talking about freeing up 8-9 hours a day. But like, that's a lot, man. I wish I could like, I would love to,
here's an idea. You could produce 1 video a week or 1 every other week. If the production quality, if you just for funsies, you should say, hey, I'm going to make this video. It doesn't matter that it gets out at a certain time or whatever. I'm going to take a couple weeks or whatever and really consider what would this look like as just a test. And then you put it out there. And if you, that's the thing that's like, how do I approach this in a totally new way that nobody's ever seen? You can definitely make less because you'll get more views.
I would, but it's like, look, I know enough about production to know that when I saw your first video, I was like, all right, so this guy has production skills. And you have, and again, this is me not just throwing you a compliment, but you spend a lot of time. Like I see every edit, and I see like for people that don't know or people that do, there's a lot of effects. There's a lot of stuff. Like if I were to look at your edit timeline, I'm sure I would see a lot of things. I have one timeline, sometimes two. I'm positive you have like 7 of them, and there's this is getting muted and this is getting the. I wish I could do it. Right now maybe in the future I can settle up some time. I would love to do more stuff that had more production right now, but I also don't want to miss the boat. I'm just talking about stuff like that collectible from yesterday. I just like sometimes just talking about it and getting an immediate
thing. You can
thing,
do
you know?
both, can't you?
Huh?
You could do both. So you
No,
can have a video that is just you talking for a few minutes, right? There's no edits. It's just a timeline. And then you can have the one where you're like, but while I'm sending out these easy ones, I'm going to spend a little time and maybe once a month have this kind of like show off video. That's like something different from what I normally do. It's scripted. It's this and it's that. You know, it's all cinematic looking or whatever
I got
that
it.
is for you. You can just anyway. Obviously, you do what you want. Who gives a shit?
No, I do want to. Devin Decker, ban him from the chat.
Ban me from the chat. So
yeah.
Vex and Toys said he sent this video to me in Discord. So here's the ramen razor. Yeah, I thought I saw this. But it looks. This is gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Like I don't even want my ramen racer anymore.
Because you want the ramen razor?
Yes. There's something about that freaking car, man, it's just so awesome looking. And that's the part that hurts my feelings the most, I think, whenever Mad Max doesn't have his car in a movie. So like he has it at the beginning of Fury Road.
Yes.
And then it's gone immediately. He doesn't even have it at all in Thunderdome. He's got some like just a beat up truck or whatever. You're having a hard time with your camera today.
I am. My camera's fucking being weird. I don't know what's going on. It heard my production value sucks, so I wanted to die down. It was like, oh, you think that production sucks? I feel like I'm in a dream. I'm like,
yeah, it's Johnny, like you did the 90s. Let's put some Vaseline on there. This is a dream sequence.
Help me, Johnny. Help me. All right, I have to. I'm. Baby woke up. Speaking of baby, using baby as an excuse. She did wake up, so I have to. I gotta cut this baby short. Not cut my baby short. That would be weird.
That's terrifying.
No, I'm sorry.
You are the villain.
Okay. Oh, do you hear her? All right, she's upset. All right, so I have to. It's time for me to go. I have to take care of her today because my wife is